You know for sure that that was the same machine?
Yes, sir. It wasn't particularly a full desktop as in the tower. I want to say he said it was just like a MacBook that everything needed to run just in it.
It was the same machine.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Daniel Parker.
Yes, if I were to sit here and there with my phone.
That's the idea. Mr. Parker, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You know that you are under oath, correct?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Could you state your full name for the court?
Daniel Morris Parker.
All right. May I call you Mr. Parker?
Sure.
All right. Mr. Parker, how long have you known me?
For about 10 years, over 10 years, since high school. I met you in 2012 during my first semester of high school.
And what high school did we go to?
Milton College High School.
Charlotte College High School. And where do you live at this time?
I live in Charlotte.
Why do you live in Charlotte?
I'm going to school at UNC Charlotte.
All right. And in May of this year, did you make a trip to Ronda, North Carolina?
I don't recall during May, no.
I actually forgot you weren't there. All right. And so, to the best of your knowledge, from May onwards for a time, what was I studying for?
You were studying for the bar exam?
All right. And before I started formally studying for the bar exam, didn't I go down there for a weekend to spend the weekend with you?
Yes, you did.
And the first time I did it, what car was I driving?
I think you were driving the, I want to say the black Dodge Charger.
Right, a black Dodge Charger. And when one weekend, because I visited you a few times in that period over the weekend, didn't I?
Yes.
Right. And on one of those occasions, what happened to the Dodge Charger?
It was stolen.
It was stolen.
Yes.
And I spent an extra night there because it was stolen, correct?
Yes.
To the best of your knowledge, why did I own, or not, to the best of your knowledge, why was I driving that Dodge Charger at the time?
Because your previous vehicle was totaled in an accident.
And had you ridden in that vehicle before?
Yes.
What was that vehicle?
It was, I don't know the make or model, but I know it was blue. I think it was maybe a Subaru.
I might get the car classifications a little funky, but would it be fair to classify it as an SUV?
Yes.
All right. About how many seats did it have?
4.
All right. And going back to the Dodge Charger, when it was stolen, and I eventually went back home, who picked me up?
Evan did.
And what car was he driving?
The Gold Mercedes Benz.
All right. And would it be fair to say that, to the best of your knowledge, after the Subaru and the Dodge Charger, I have not owned or driven a separate car?
That's correct.
Actually, let me rephrase that question. I have not owned or rented a separate car.
As far as I know, yes.
All right. What car have you known me to drive?
The Gold Mercedes Benz.
All right. And, all right. Coming back more recently, on probably about a month and a half ago, did you come up to Ronda to visit me?
I did.
All right. And at the time, Did I show you a collection of books in the living room?
Yes, you showed me your Bible collection, as well as your 4-volume set of Summa Theologica. And, yeah,
And did I show you any things that are in my room?
yes, you showed me your rosary and your collection of icons, as well as your Mac.
All right, now, if I could ask, to the best of your knowledge, what religious group am I a part of?
You're Catholic.
All right, and to the best of your knowledge, am I the only Catholic in the family?
Yes,
All right. And would that explain the rosary and the icons being in the room?
I believe so.
All right. And you saw them a month and a half ago, correct?
Yes.
All right. And what did we do that day, to the best of your memory?
We went around, we went out to eat, I believe, and we watched movie with Robert.
Okay. And if I could ask, you're UNC Charlotte, correct?
Yes.
What's your degree in?
English with concentration in linguistics.
In linguistics. And what do you plan to do later after graduating?
Become a translator,
Translator for what language?
Japanese.
All right. And would it be fair to say during one of the visits to Charlotte, you inspired me to start learning at least basic Japanese?
Yes.
All right. And pursuant to that, that's why I purchased a Japanese Bible.
Yes.
And did you see that Bible in the house, in the living room in Ronda?
I did.
All right. As well as a Latin translation of the Bible,
Yes.
among others.
Yes.
Okay. And did you try to read from it on the last time you visited?
I did. Yes.
And the last time you visited was last Sunday, correct?
Yes.
For that golfing trip?
Yes.
To the best of your knowledge, what languages do I know at least some of?
German, and Japanese. And Spanish.
Okay. And Latin?
And Latin, yes.
No further questions.
Scrooge.
So you only went to the house one time?
I've been to his house previously, that was years ago, before he started living there. At that time, he was
So years
living with
ago.
his grandmother.
He had items out at that house as well that was shown?
Yes.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
so years ago, he had items that he could show, and just recently, he had items he could show. But did he show any proof that he's living in this house, other than mementos, Bibles?
Well, I entered his room when I visited his house a month and a half ago. His bed looked slept in. It was not made. His computer was set up. A general disarray of items that you might see when someone's lived in there for a while.
Thank you.
Questions from the board? Thank you, Mr. Parker.
Thank you.
At this time, I would like to ask if there is anyone else here who has not been formally identified as a witness, but wishes to make, and I want to stress this, relevant testimony or evidence concerning residency question. Make yourself known now. Please step forward. Did you take the oath previously?
No,
You did not take the oath?
no, sir.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty of perjury? Please be seated. State your name.
My name is Lisa Lentz. I'm a retired school counselor from Wilkes Early College High School. And I had Chandler, all the boys, Sammy, and all three of them in school.
And you have relevant testimony concerning whether or not Mr. Reece resides at the 685 Factory Street.
I would like to address his character as a student. Previously, I have also attended the house on Factory Street for graduation from high school. There was a celebration there in 2017. Mr. Kevin Reece was present as well. But Chandler is a great character. I cannot say enough wonderful things about him. He was a leader in school. People looked up to him. He was well liked. He was very dedicated to his schoolwork. And I believe he is telling the truth. There's nothing for Chandler. He's just honest as the day is long.
But you don't have any affirmative proof which would indicate that he does or does not.
No, I'm just speaking to his strong character.